Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, everybody. It's Eric from African Art Talks with Eric. And this afternoon, I'm so happy to come your way because I've got a special guest all the way from South Africa. So if you haven't done so already, share the video. Make sure it reaches far and wide, and I'll be more than happy to thank you. Also, just type in a comment and I'll give you a shout out. I'm just going to play the music again, and that will give us an opportunity to share to all groups, all pages, all platforms, even WhatsApp it to your friend and call them over, because you never know, they might learn a thing or two today. So let's go. It's Saturday, and I'm so happy to come your way all the way from London. And I've got Patti also located in Ghana, and we'll be going through the introductions and talking about all things African art. You know, this show, we educate. We bring you everything to do with African art. So happy to come your way. Let us share the video right now. Let's share it. Let's do so. What did I press? Welcome back to the show, and everyone that's joined, thank you for joining. It's Saturday. Gabriel is here. Hi. Gabriel says, I'm waiting patiently. Gabriel, thank you so much for joining. Minia, it is saying, long time since we spoke. God bless you for joining. Everybody else who's joined, just say hello to me and I'll give you a good shout out back. But today's show is going to be brilliant. I'm so happy to talk about African art. And on this show, as you know, as I said earlier, all we do is education. We also have fun. We get to know the guest artists that come our way, and we get to go through their creative process. I also get to share bits of my story here and there. So do well to share the video and let it read. Don't be selfish. Don't just listen to it on your own. I want you to share it, let it go far and wide. Today's guest is a brilliant soul. I got to know her through a friend of mine, and I'm going to talk all about her during this show. But before then, we've been over the past 5 weeks talking about the Adinkra symbols. Adinkra symbols are symbols from the Akan tribe of Ghana. And this dates back to the 18th century, to 1810. It was by a king called King Nanakojo Ajman of Jaman in the Bono region of Ghana. And each week I've been picking one of the symbols just to talk about them. And we've been educating ourselves. So today is not different to the other weeks. Today we've got one symbol and I'm going to talk all about it. Now, the Adinkra symbols show how creative the African people are. And this is just from Ghana. Over the weeks, I'll be picking up symbols from the rest of Africa, other countries from within Africa. We've got 54 countries, and there's something unique about each country. So we'll be going to each country to talk about what they've got in terms of creativity. Today's one is called Mben. Mben in Ghana means horns. So this is called the ram's horn. The ram's horn. And as you can see, the symbol has a bit of a circle, the loop or the swell, which forms part of the horn. And it means humility and strength. Humility and strength. So the ram, as we all know, is an animal that's so strong, and it engages itself in any fight that you bring its way. It's able to face its adversaries. The ram it's not afraid of anything. Whatever you bring its way, it will face it. It's so strong, but it's also humble on the other side. When the ram is being led to slaughter, it will wriggle a bit, but ultimately human beings kind of overpower the ram. So this actually depicts the character of people. It signifies modesty, yet toughness in character. People by nature are tough. And if you step on the wrong foot of our guys, no, we'll give it to you. Yet we remain humble. Most of the time you say, oh, Ghanaians are the most friendliest people on earth. If you step on their toe, you will know what will come your way. So this symbol is really symbolic in how humble we are as Africans, yet how tough we are. There you go. So a bit of African history right there, and I'm happy to share that with you every single week, giving you something else every single week. So let's do it. Without much ado, I'm so happy to bring a guest your way, but I will be giving you just a bit of her biography. Little bit, I'm not going to reveal much, so that I'll give you the chance to talk about herself. And the lady that I'm bringing this afternoon is called Patricia Blueh. And Patricia, forgive me if I pronounce your surname wrong, but I'll try. Mojagolo. And when she comes back on screen, I'll let her pronounce her whole name. I call her Patti Blueh. That is her artist name. She grew up in South Africa. She's a South African artist. She's currently in Ghana, but she's been engaged in so many things. She is multi-talented. She has partnered with a couple of renowned bodies for art exhibitions, including the Heritage and Cultural Society of Africa. So throughout her life, she's been displaying creativity every now and then. And I just chanced on her Facebook page, and I know that she's an interior decorator. She does so much more, which I'm going to let her talk about herself. So without much ado, I am going to reveal to you Pat right now. Patricia, how are you doing?
Very well, thank you. How are you doing?
Good. So finally, I get to speak to you. It's really good to speak to you this afternoon. Patrick actually introduced me to you. We are all in the same group in Ghana. It's called PITO, Painting in the Open Group. And I'm like, okay, I need to talk to a South African on my show. And Patrick said, who else to speak to than Patti? So I said, okay, let me get in touch with Patti and then bring her live on my show. And when I checked out your page, I'm like, wow, she is really good as an artist. She is really good. So I better bring her on my show. So welcome.
Thank you very much. And thank you for having me.
You're welcome. So I'm going to just urge everyone who has a question for Patti to type it in the comments field, and I'll be picking that up as well. And we will be talking about Patti all about Patti in this show. I'm trying to just sort out the sound. They still come back. But hey, there we go. So how did you get into art? Have you always been an artist?
Well, I think my mother stimulated the artistic parts in me, because when I was a little girl, she used to buy me things to make Christmas cards, like cardboards, paint, and all of those things. So I used to make Christmas cards for each and every member of my family.
Wow.
I think that's where it began. Then it went silent for a while. And I figured out that I love decorating. I love
Yeah.
color. I like cooking. You know, I like to design food. I like to design
Sorry, what
clothes.
did you
I
just say?
like
You
to design.
design food.
Yes,
Okay.
there's an artistic part of me that just likes to design food. You just
Wow.
have to put it a certain way
Okay.
to bring out certain colors to make it interesting, you know.
So, guys, you see how
Do
artists we think. Even in the food that we eat, we are able to see color. We are able to combine it for it to be pleasing.
exactly. So, what attracts you to food? It's the color
Okay.
and the fact that the thickness of the gravy of the meat that makes you feel like, okay, I'd like to try this one, you know. So
That is
I'm
true.
artistic
Yes, to an
everywhere.
extent. Yes.
Yeah, I think I'm artistic in every way,
Mm.
but painting. I only started painting. It's now just over 2 years.
Are you serious?
Yes, yes. I
Okay.
never knew I could paint. I never knew I could paint until I came to Ghana and I saw an artist painting and I
Wow.
was like, I can do this. Yeah. I just told, it's Nana Kofi, by the way. I just told him I can do this. And
Right.
he awarded me with a canvas
Okay.
and a drawing of a calabash.
Mm-hmm.
And he mixed colors for me and gave me a brush and said to me, just paint what you see.
Yeah. 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 And that really got you started.
That
So within these 2 years, you've been able to get to where you are.
yes, because
Wow.
I paint every day. One thing about me is that if I see a product and I
Okay.
know I have to improve in it, tomorrow I'll do it again. The
That
next
is
day I'll
well
do it
true.
again. Yes, I'm nonstop. Even this morning I painted.
Okay. So there's a
Yes,
level of
every
discipline
day.
that you're just teaching us to follow, isn't it? Every artist has to be disciplined.
Yes. For me, art is it makes me feel free,
Mm.
really. It takes me to a very beautiful corner
Yeah.
where I can, learn about myself,
That's it.
satisfy myself,
Mm-hmm.
produce within myself,
Right.
what it does to me. And it gives me a peace of mind.
That is well
It
true.
truly does. Yes, it gives me a peace of mind to paint. That's why I do it every day.
Okay, that's great. So just backtrack a little bit. All
Okay.
along, as you grew up, you knew that you were very creative. But then, what did you
Yeah.
actually get into before you came to Ghana? What profession were you into? Were you still in school or in a profession?
I had a business. I
Okay,
was catering.
right.
Yes. I was catering, as well as doing decorations.
Okay,
That's for parties, churches, as
yeah.
well as home designs. That's what I used to do before I came to Ghana.
All right.
And when I got here, actually, I came here because I also knew that I could work somewhere in the office.
Yes.
I won't reveal. Then when I got here, things changed
Okay.
and I started with art and I felt as if, okay, this is it. This is what I've been longing to
To
feel.
do.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that's quite
Because I
interesting.
found my
Your story is quite interesting, isn't it? A lot of artists, when you ask them, they're like, okay, I've always, just like myself, since I've been a little boy or since I've been a little girl, I've always been painting and I've done it all my life. Yours is different. You've been creative and you know you've been creative, but you picked up
yes,
the brush and the paint just 2 years ago.
that's right.
Wow.
Just 2 years.
That is amazing. Guys, I'm going to pause her right here and I will show you what she means by she picked up the brush just 2 years ago. Just watch this video. So that is a really quick video of what she can achieve, and it's amazing. I mean, if within 2 years you can get to this level, and I'm going to show some more of your artwork, but I just want to understand your process a little bit. How, you know, when you were given that brush and you saw a calabash in front of you, what did you decide to attack first? And attack, I mean your approach. What did you decide to do first?
Okay. I started with a darker tone.
Okay.
Because I had been watching how Nana Kofi has been painting.
Yeah.
So I knew that he starts with the darker tone. And that's basically where I started. And I extended to the, it's 4 tones. So it will be the first tone, the second tone, the third tone, and the highlight. I'm not calculating the in-between tones.
Okay.
Because that just comes out, that just comes out naturally.
That's right.
The only question I asked him really when I was painting the calabash, it was the finishing, because I didn't understand whether I mixed the white with the third tone to create a highlight and the highest point of the highlight.
Yes.
That's basically the only question that I'd ask him. And truly, I did paint the calabash and it came out as a calabash, not perfectly the one I was looking at, but it came out as a very beautiful calabash.
Calabash, yeah.
As a matter of fact, he told me that it's a lie that I've never painted before. Because no one just picks up a brush and paints something that you could really see.
Identify that this is the part that you're painting, isn't it?
Yeah, that this is a calabash and it's beautiful and it's perfectly blended. He was so amazed.
Because a lot of people have to... Yes, carry on.
Upon seeing the calabash, you know, I grew more interest.
Okay.
I was like, okay, I can do this.
Yes.
So what more can I do? That's where I picked up. Yeah.
I like that. I like that. So one painting urged you on to explore more and see what else you can do.
Exactly.
That is really good.
Exactly.
That is really good.
Exactly.
So what's his name again?
Nana Kofi.
Did Nana Kofi keep teaching you alongside, and is he still teaching you?
This is how he teaches me.
Okay.
He used to give me a reference and he will tell me I'm not a good sketcher. So he will sketch it for me perfectly. And he will give me paint and tell me I should paint what I see.
Right.
So he's not he won't say, do this, now do that, do that.
Okay.
He gives it to you. You should do your own thing. And then he'll come back later and ask you questions whether, do you think this is right?
Right.
Let's match it with the picture. Do you see how the shade, the proportion, the darker, the lighter tone, you know, the whole design of the thing, then I'll tell him it's not the same. Then he will tell me, do it again.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So he became a perfect teacher for me because that's exactly how I like to learn.
That's true.
I'm not good with people teaching me and talking all the time. I need to be practical. Yes. Because I'm very artistic. I have to be practical. And
so he allowed you the freedom to be yourself, basically, not necessarily teaching you exactly how to apply the paint. He sketched it for you, but allowed you to explore. And that is one thing I like all of us viewers to bear in mind, that in life, it's not everything that you have to be taught how to do it, because God has given us individual skills. When we're coming to this earth, God knew us before we came. He gave us our own talents, our unique abilities, and our own DNA. So how I paint will be different from how you paint. So when, let's say, you are teaching someone to do something, and I'm stepping out of the art, I'm just going into creativity. Allow people to be themselves. They'll flourish best if they are themselves. So tell us more.
Right.
Tell us more about how things are going at the moment in your art career.
All right. I've got a little bit of introduction.
Okay.
When the Haxa, when we were launching my first exhibition last year at Accra City Hotel. So I got a little bit of fame. People got to know me. GH1 TV came.
Wow.
And I got interview, and basically I share everything online. And
Okay.
people are starting to notice me. They are starting to like, to follow me. You know, it's not really so easy, but because I enjoy what I'm doing and I believe in it, I know that eventually people will believe in it.
Definitely. I mean, your achievements is remarkable because within the second year of your practice, you're already having an exhibition in Accra City Hotel.
Yes.
A lot of artists who have been there for years haven't even broken through yet. I know you got an introduction, but if your artwork didn't speak for itself, you never would have got that opportunity.
Exactly.
So how did you feel when you started exhibiting and people were commenting on your artwork or appreciating it?
It was so amazing. I felt like, you know, when you paint something, okay, I personally, I can paint something and just put it there and watch it and feel, I don't think it's enough.
Yes.
You
Don't
know?
we all? We all do that.
Yes. You want to fix a bit of this, a bit of that. But I grew quickly out of that.
Okay.
Because if this is how I painted it from the beginning, and when I finished, I told myself I'm done. I should be done.
That's it.
Yes, because if I'll keep on watching it and trying to fix, I'll never finish the artwork.
That's the thing.
I'll definitely never finish. So you should like whatever I make, rather than me trying to fix for you. I'm bringing out my personality. I'm bringing out how I see things. I'm bringing out stories in my own way. So I'm so happy that people really appreciate my own way of bringing out the stories, the African stories, you know, how I feel about things and everything. Yeah.
And then
I really appreciate it.
That's really good. That's really good. Talking about African stories, you just mentioned right there, you like the fact that you are able to tell your own African stories. I'm going to show a bit of more of your work, and then you talk us through it. What were you thinking of when you started painting these paintings? So beautiful paintings, amazing colors. Your shading, your grading, proportions, your balance, everything is on point. There's a lot of storytelling in your art. So can you tell us, on the one on the left-hand side is a woman carrying a baby with a basket on the head. Can you tell us what inspired you to paint that one?
Okay. Being around in Ghana, it's something that that really inspired me. And I see a lot of women carrying things on their heads, selling on the roadside just to put food on the table. Basically, that piece means that a woman is a hard worker, a go-getter. Nothing can stop them. I can carry my husband, I can carry my children. I can still go and work and come back and make food and put them on the table to feed my family. So that piece is wow. It was really inspired by a Ghanaian lifestyle.
That is so beautiful. And then you've got the child on the back, and I can see that you can tell that gravity is acting on this child, isn't it? And the woman is so comfortable and still focused on where she's going.
Yes. And trust me, that child can never fall.
That's true.
That child can never fall. She'll carry the child. She'll still remember to feed the child. She'll still remember to go home and make food for them. Oh, women are wonderful. I'm not praising them because I'm a woman, but they are truly, truly wonderful. That's why you see a lot of women paintings. I do a lot of
you're
women
speaking to the right man here. I believe that women are unique. Women have been created in a special way because they are able to multitask in so many ways and still get things done.
That's
So
right.
that's beautiful.
That's right.
That's beautiful.
That's right.
In terms of your color palette, I can realize from your paintings that you have minimum color palettes. You know, a lot of African paintings are quite warm and they hit your eyes in the primary colors. But in your mixing of the colors, you've been able to tone things down. You've got a lot of secondary colors flowing in, and you've still got the Africanness in it. So the one on the right-hand side, for instance, if you look at the headgear, can you talk about the inspiration for this and how you choose your colors going forward?
Okay. Personally, I love dark colors. Personally.
Right.
Okay. There's something about brown skin that just gives me that satisfaction. So I think I've also adopted this feeling that I have from Nana Kofi, because he also uses a bit of dark colors.
Okay.
You know, I even try to come up with a little brighter colors than him. He's more of really, really, really dark colors.
Really dark, yes.
And yes. So if I'll make your skin brown, like the woman on the right,
okay,
I have to bring color to make you pop.
True.
Okay. But I also don't want to brighten the color, because we are so as Africans, we are muted. We are not really loud people. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So that's why my colors are a bit muted.
That's very true.
And the feeling I get when a painting is like the one on the right is that I'm very private, you know.
Okay.
I'm sensual. I'm in my corner. I'm muted, but I'm very beautiful.
Yes.
Yes, that's basically it.
And I like the way the eyes are engaging with the audience. There's a lot of communication through this. And as you said, I'm in my corner, I'm private, but I'm still there.
Yes.
The headgear and the details in the headgear speaks a lot. I mean, if an artist can achieve such detail in the folds and the combination of the colors, it means you've practiced for quite a while.
Yes. As I said, I practice every day. I'm a YouTuber. I like watching videos on YouTube. If you check my laptop, there's always YouTube videos, my phone YouTube videos. So when people go online to go and post about what they eat and all, I go online to watch YouTube videos. I think I'm a bit boring for society. Someone has told me that I'm a bit boring, because I don't really go out. I don't socialize much, because I'm always learning something.
Yeah, the good thing about it, and you put it right there, is you've got the ability to learn in your quietness, which is really good, because a lot of people these days do not have role models, and therefore they've got the wrong people on TV and they follow them very blindly. And the so-called celebrity status has really blinded a lot of the youth and young people coming up. So if you're able to dedicate time for a creative process like art and achieve these results, then definitely you're on the right path. I'm going to show that video where you're painting again, and I could realize that you used a lot of blocking. Can you talk us through again?
Yes.
So you block things out.
Yes. I block things out. I'm learning it online on YouTube.
Okay.
So I block things out, and I use paint to fix everything.
Right.
As I've said, I'm not a good sketch artist. I'm really not a good sketch artist. So I block things out and I fix them with paint.
And it turns out so beautifully. I mean, I like the fact that your highlights do come through quite strongly. Let's look at this one, for instance. That one, for instance, powerful storytelling. Can you tell us about it?
Yeah. Is that the one on the right?
So you've got a number one, and then you've got number two.
Okay. The number one is really one of the first 5 pieces that I've created.
Right.
Yes. It's a beaded work. It's I took time with it. There's real beads on it. And yes, I chose to do that work because I feel I'm an African queen and I should embrace my Africanness.
Yes.
And that's how I brought it out for people to know. That is just me.
Great.
It's very, very personal. And a lot of people have been wanting to buy that artwork, but I cannot seem to let it go. It's one of my first 5 pieces. It took me a very long time to get the beading done because I didn't know how. I was experimenting. And I just, and this was just it. I still have this piece.
It's a very beautiful,
haven't sold.
Very beautiful piece.
Thank you very much.
Yes. And I like the colors, you know, it's so vibrant, yet the background is a bit dark and it exposes, it brings the whole piece forward. So that's a beautiful one.
Yeah.
Now, as you said, it's quite personal to you, and I can see the South African jewelry in there.
Exactly.
So it's really influenced by your background, isn't it? Basically.
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
Great. That's beautiful.
Background. And so I just wish that a lot of youth, they could start appreciating their real selves.
Yes.
Than appreciating the online or social lifestyle, because social lifestyle just ends with Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. It just ends there.
That's true.
So if they could really truly appreciate themselves, appreciate their culture, and swag with your culture. Basically, just swag with your culture.
I mean, this is where the African storytelling comes in. It's where the African storytelling comes in, whereby even your dressing. I normally wear these beads when I'm coming on the show. Just get a hint of African in you. These are the African Ghanaian beads made from glass, for instance. Wherever you are, showcase Africa. As an African artist or African individual, we are creative beings. And as you said, our color is subtle, yet it's popping. Basically, it's so beautiful. And therefore, we should showcase what we've got. We should be very confident in our skin.
Show your hairstyle, your beautiful
That's it. There you go.
African hairstyles.
Yes, be proud of it. I like that, because all my children are natural. They've gone natural because they want to show the Africanness within them. That is very important.
And it's very, very beautiful.
It is.
Yes. Wow. It's so elegant. It's so rich.
That's right.
I really can't explain it because
it's authentic, isn't it? Yeah, it's authentic. Yeah. It's authentic. Yeah. I mean, that is the natural thing that God gave us as we were coming on earth. The thing is, a lot of people lose the confidence because of what they see on TV or what they've been told or what they read in books. Now, the influence of the Western culture has negatively impacted us in some ways, especially how we dress as Africans.
Yes.
And therefore, we're not confident in our own fashion style. But of late, things are changing for the better. The youth are wearing their kentes, their dashikis, their South African dresses and beads and everything, wearing their hair natural. And things are changing for the better, but we need to do more.
Yes, we need to do more. I can swag in my gele.
Right.
I can swag with my beads.
Definitely.
Yes, let's bring that out. Let's allow or embrace our Africanness.
We have to.
Let's embrace our Africanness. Yes, it's beautiful. It's
beautiful. It's beautiful. One thing I tell people is that if we don't tell our story, no one else will tell it for us. And the people that try to tell it will tell it wrongly because they've not really lived it. They've not experienced it. So they can't tell our African story better than we do. That is why when you read some books and they try to tell an African story, like an Anansi story, for instance, it gets twisted. People are not able to tell about our culture the way we would tell it ourselves. That is why, as artists, as singers, as let's say storytellers, authors, we should all go out the more and tell it in a positive manner. You know, when you switch on the TV, for instance, all you see is African children begging for food. That is not the story. That is just one little tiny aspect of the story. So if we as artists do not come there and paint to tell our story, it will be told very, very wrongly. So Pamza Pakisi, and probably help me pronounce the name really well, says, "I'm proudly Africa woman."
Wow, that's fantastic.
So there you go. You've inspired someone straight away.
Yes, keep it up. Keep it up. I mean, it's really beautiful. Embrace it.
And then Matilda Amsa is also saying hello.
Yes. Hello, Matilda.
And then Marie, my wife, says, "I see the inherent strength of a woman. We are powerful human beings." That's to do with your painting right there. The painting of a African woman carrying the baby.
Indeed we are. Indeed we are. Yes, so powerful.
That's right. Alexandra O.A. Dankwa also says that it's important to correct people when they get it wrong.
Yes, it's truly important to correct them. You know, the main reason I paint African stories, okay? Right. You know, it's because I want to tell people what I see. And I want it to last for more than 100 years. That's why I do it in a painting form.
That's right.
We are still reading stories from ancient days because of the drawings and the painting. You know, someone can interpret what transpired then.
True.
You see, so it's very important for us African artists to really tell our stories, our true stories through paintings.
That's right. So I remember I went to a London gallery, the Natural History Gallery, and you've got paintings that date back as far back as the 14th century, and they are still there. Wow. They've been preserved. You know, areas that has gone bad, they've retouched it. They are preserving their history. They are preserving even the way they dress, their fashion, their intellect at that time. Everything has been told as a story in a painting or a sketch somewhere. And they hold on so dearly to it because without our history, we'll never know how far we've come or where we're going from there. So as Africans, I'll entreat those in authority and those of us as artists to produce as many as we can and then get the galleries and the museums to actually preserve this, because that is our story. That is our history. We don't want to only know about the slave trade. We also want to know when we were kings and queens and dressed in our gold and our wealth and showcased everything, our fashion sense. That should be told as well. That is our story, not just the slave trade. That was just 400 years ago. It was an era. But before then, we had the Shaka Zulus. We had the strong African men. We had the Yasantues, the queens. And this is who we are as Africans. This is who we are.
Definitely. We should just embrace Africa, you know. My main goal is to also own a gallery and preserve all these African stories. Because, you know, people right now, the society, the youth is actually shifting away from African, you know. Are they trying to demolish Africans, you know, take the Africanness away? I would be very worried if they are doing so. So I'd really like to own a gallery and preserve a lot of African works, tell the stories, how we live right now, because, you know, we don't only suffer. There's a minimal amount of people that do suffer, really, like really suffer. But that's not what we want to show out there. You know, we want to show we are wealthy. We have fruits and vegetables. We have gold. We have diamond. We have oil. We have all those things.
That's right.
What better way to showcase it in art? You know,
That's it.
It's a better way to show it.
And the thing
It's
is,
a better way to show it.
if you don't say you're good, who will come and tell you that you're good? You have to show your own thing, show your own wealth.
Exactly. There's something that I normally say.
Mm.
Okay, I can create something,
Right.
but if I don't believe in what I've created, how do I expect someone else to believe in it?
To believe in it. That is very profound.
Yeah. How? I have to believe in what I'm doing.
Yes.
You know, someone today might not like it, but someone might like it tomorrow. Two
That's
people
true.
might like it next week. 4 people might like it next month. In the next year, 500 people might like.
That's true.
So you just have to believe in what you're doing and be consistent. Be consistent.
Very, very true. So I like the lesson that you've given. And during my shows, when there are aha moments, there are quotes that are so powerful, I just repeat them to re-emphasize what you've said. So it's all to do with believing in yourself and be confident in what you have created, because you never know who will be liking it in the days to come, in the years to come, and in the decades that follow. We all know that art gains value as the years go by. So everything that you produce, be confident and believe in it, because if you don't believe in it, how can you even tell your own story?
Exactly.
That's right.
It goes out for a lot of things.
Right.
If I would design a dress,
yes,
you know, when I thought of it, it seemed beautiful to me.
Okay.
And I should just have to be consistent and keep liking it and keep showing it for someone to say, wait, I can try this, because there's no way that this person will showcase this online so much and it's not beautiful. The same thing you said, that a lot of artists out there, musical artists, you know, celebrity life, people get attached to those.
Oh, yes.
You know, some of the things they do, personally, I feel that they are basically just ugly. But because a particular person has done it, everybody will follow.
Yes.
It means that that particular artist believed in what they do.
True.
So someone else follows because they believed in their product.
It's all to do with energy, isn't it? And how we spread the energy. If I'm doing an artwork and I put my energy, my spirit, my soul, and my body in that piece, it does really well, because I first of all sent an energy through the piece and I communicated that energy out. We are all energy beings, and whatever we do, the message that we send travels far. So let's say the customer might not be there whilst you are painting, but then whatever you put in that piece will communicate.
Yes.
That is my belief system.
Definitely.
Yes.
I have to let you in on something.
Right.
I'm creating, right now I'm busy with a series.
Okay.
So I won't be showing my painting videos yet.
Right.
Because I want to tell a story.
Okay.
It's a true story. So I have a series of paintings attached to the story. And very soon, I cannot say when yet.
Okay.
Very soon I'll bring it out. And I really wish people could follow the story, because it's about an African woman.
Right. Okay.
It's about how to embrace yourself as an African woman. It's about how to do away with social influences.
Yes.
You know, it's about how you grew up, your background, what you were taught, and how it plays a big role in your current life.
Right.
Yes. So I really wish people could stay tuned for that.
I can't wait for that, because that would be an interesting one. I can't really wait for that. I wish you were finished with it and you were showing it right here. But you know, we'll schedule another interview when you are done. Let me know, and we will definitely be showcasing it to the rest of the world. There's a question that's coming from Alexandra, and Alexandra says, Patti, As an artist, how did you start? And was there a lot of support from institutions such as the Art Council or galleries? I mean, you can tell Alexandra lives in the UK. She's talking about Art Council and galleries and
Yeah.
all that.
Yes.
Now, let's bring it back to Africa and how Africa does its things.
Okay. Alexandra, thank you for your question. Basically, when I started, there was no support at all. It was just me and the board and what I've done. So after you've created this work that you feel it's so beautiful, you want to bring it out there, what do you do with it? I didn't know what to do. So I started posting my artworks online.
Okay.
I started telling people that I'm an artist. I will randomly just walk up to a person and present a business card and tell the person I'm an artist. Kindly follow me online. Here are my details. So you can call me anytime for artwork. That's basically it. And it was very slow, but at a point where I had an exhibition, then it started blooming. True. So it's not as easy as take your artworks to a gallery, or I don't know. I know it's not even easy for African artists to get exhibitions out there with support from companies. It's not easy. It's really not easy. So I feel that a lot of artists who are privileged feel that everything is easy for us. In Africa, things work differently. They really work differently.
They work differently.
You have to pull your weight. You have to struggle. But if you don't, going back to what I said, if you don't believe in your product, if you don't push, it can never happen. Some doors are just there, but they are not locked, you know? They are not locked. You just have to push them open and go through.
That is very personal to me as well. What you say now, I'll let you finish with it. But what I was going to say was that to do with a door that's not locked, I physically experienced it when I traveled to Rome with my wife. When was it? Last year or so, early part of last year. We went to visit one of these castles, and there was a huge door. And we were trying to, people just reached the door and turned back. Because it was closed, they thought it was locked. And there's a difference there. The fact that the door is closed does not mean the door is locked. So we got there and we were just about to turn back. And I told my wife, no, let's push it and see whether it opens. And lo and behold, we pushed that huge door and it gave way and led us into a church. So the lesson here is that the fact that a door is closed does not mean it's locked. You have to do the pushing.
Definitely. Yes,
you have to do so. That's a great lesson. You have to push through.
Just push.
So Alexandra says, wow. I mean, the fact that you have been pushing your way through to get to where you are is amazing.
Thank you very much, Alexandra. Thank you very, very much. I really appreciate it.
I'm going to show one more of your artworks. Let's talk about this one as well. So the one on the right-hand side is Mother and Child, number 2. Can you talk us about it? Talk us through it.
That piece is dedicated to my mother.
Wow.
Yes. My second mother, actually. My biological mother passed away when I was a little girl. And I was fortunate to, she's my auntie, but she's my mother.
Yes.
And her love is exactly how the painting is portrayed. That's it.
That is amazing. The love is showing through.
She's loving, she's caring.
Yeah.
When I'm around her, I feel protected. That piece is just about her.
And you've communicated that really well. I can see the feeling, you know, both of you have got your eyes closed in that painting, but then the emotion is just speaking. And there's a smile on the face, there is tenderness, there is closeness, there's protection. It's like, I've got you. That is beautiful.
Yes.
That is so beautiful.
All the time.
That's right.
She's just amazing. She's amazing. For someone else to take another person's child and give you so much love that it's almost as if you can never miss your mother.
That's right.
That's how I feel about her.
Yeah. That is a great tribute. I'm going to show a few more comments, and then we'll carry on with the interview. Morel says, wonderful initiative. So thank you, Morel.
Thank you,
And then
Morel.
yes, we've got another comment from Lisa. Lisa Adepena says, you can't sell what you don't believe in. And that is to reiterate your point, isn't it?
Cannot. Yes, basically my point, yes.
So even, let's take it out of the art world. Assuming you've got a piece of, let's say, cloth that you want to sell in the market. If you don't believe in it and you take it out there and someone asks you, let's say, who designed this dress, for instance, or tell us a bit more about this dress, because you don't believe in it, I'll let you continue from here. Can you sell it?
No, you can't sell it.
You can't.
You can't. Yes, you can have something extremely beautiful,
yes,
but if you can't sell it, if you don't believe in it, you cannot sell it. You cannot sell it. I think they teach that with the salespeople.
Yes.
Yes. So you have to be the product.
That's right.
To sell the product.
That is another profound statement. You have to be the product to sell the product. Mm-hmm. So the guys, if you're listening to us, get all these wisdom coming from Patti right now. If you can't be the product, you can't sell the product. That is quite tweetable, isn't it? We're laughing here, but it's quite serious. A lot of people, a lot of artists produce beautiful paintings, but they can't sell it. Mm-hmm. Why? Because they haven't been the product. And by being, you have to be one with that thing. Your spirit, your mind, your soul, your body has to be believing in what you've produced, because you put in your energy. Energy is God. You put in yourself. You're one with God. And that's how I link what I do. Whatever I produce, I know that I'm giving out a piece of me, and a piece of me is a piece of God. So you have to really be one with the thing.
Exactly.
You have to be one with the thing. You have to be the product.
It's the same.
Sell.
Yes. It's the same as marriage. If you are not one with your wife,
yes,
trouble will always come.
Tell me about it.
Trouble will always come. Yes. So you have to be one.
Definitely.
You have to be one. Mend with your product.
Yes.
It could be simple matches. It could be matches.
Right.
But how I feel about the matches, how I am the matches, you know. I don't know if what I'll say right now will put me in some sales team, but if I would sell matches, then I will tell them I'm slim. I can help you cook, you know.
Yes.
I'm always waiting for you to cook. Without me, you cannot cook. Do you understand? Taking away the electricity. But without me, you can't cook. I can make you warm your water. I can cause you to eat. I can cause you to bath. You know, I am matches. Someone will find that interesting. And they'll just buy it. Not that because they need it, but because you are selling it so beautifully. You know? And
that's an aspect of storytelling, isn't it? It's not the product, the matches, but it's the emotional story that you tell with it. You've just beautifully explained how a matches can be sold. Whereas somebody will go to the marketplace and say, oh, I'm selling matches, and make all the noise they can. The number of people that will buy it will be different from someone who tells that story as beautifully as you've told it. You know, I can help you to bath, I can help you to cook. And these are the needs of people that single strand is meeting. So bathing is a necessity, eating is a necessity, having warm water is a necessity. And all these needs of human beings, that single matches can meet that need. So if you let people know that your art piece is meeting a certain emotional need, then they will buy it. Definitely, they'll be connected to it. There's a beautiful comment from Demta. And Demta David says, interesting discussion. Painting remains one of the yet to be fully tapped sources of the African story. And that is probably why people like you should keep the good work. The interactive voice of artists is a great form of amplifying the different and wonderful dimensions of the continent and its people. Demta, I couldn't have put it better. That is beautifully put, isn't it?
Wow. David, you've made me proud again. Thank you, David. That's beautiful. That's a perfect way of putting it across.
There's
Thank you
so much
so much,
wisdom in
Jamie.
there.
Yeah.
So much wisdom in there. So it's all to do with amplifying our voice as artists, being out there. And as you said, you showcased your work, and I'm going to show your Instagram and Facebook handles right there. You amplified your voice by sharing your work as artists, whether it's good or
Yes.
bad. Put it out there. Be happy of what you produce. Share your work on
Yeah.
Instagram. Share it on Facebook. Share it on all social media handles, and wait for the
Yes.
feedback. You would realize that what you thought was bad is not bad anyway.
Exactly.
I
Exactly.
remember during COVID, the early part of lockdown, I did a
Yeah.
sketch every single night, and whether it turned out it was 30-minute sketch using ballpoint pen, whether it turned
Okay.
out good, whether it turned out bad, I just put it out there.
That's good. That's good. It means you believe in yourself.
You have
And
to.
trust me, it helps you improve a lot. It helps
That's
you
right.
improve a lot. You know,
That's right.
I've told you that I go as far as I can be walking in town and my spirit will just tell me, oh, just speak to this person. Then I'll just
Okay.
go and approach the person out of the blue and say, hi, my name
Wow.
is Patti Blueh. I'm a visual artist. I
Okay.
really make beautiful art. And
Yes.
I think you and your family would be very beautiful on canvas. You can have a look at my Instagram and I'll
Okay.
basically just show them right there. And that's how I make a lot of contacts.
That is
I
interesting.
make a lot of contacts. Yeah.
That is
Just
so
believe
interesting.
in yourself.
It takes believing in
Believe in
yourself and having the courage to approach human beings. At the end of the day, we're all human beings, isn't it? It can
We
only
are
go two
all
ways.
human beings.
It can
Yes.
go
They
hit the
can just
person
tell you
say
I'm busy.
that's right, or they'll say
Yeah,
no. And if they say no, so what? You move on to the next person.
exactly. And I have a tendency of just giving out my business card.
Okay.
Then I'll say you can choose to throw it in the bin or share it with someone if you don't need it. You know, it's an indirect way of saying follow
Yeah,
me
that's
or
right.
have a look
That's
at
right.
my artworks. Because
Yes.
they'll be looking at me like, what? Okay, fine, I'll take it. And
So another
later they'll
yes.
follow me.
All right. So it always works to actually give out your card, and yes, people. I don't think anyone sets out to do bad. Naturally, a
Yeah.
lot of people are good. So if you ask them to
Yes,
follow
yes,
you, I think they'll do the
yeah.
honest and follow you.
And
Right.
how you ask too is very important.
That is very important.
The approach
How
is
you ask,
very, very important.
the approach. Murrell says the
Yeah.
problem is that some artists believe that they have to paint what others want. Now, to be one with your art, it has to be an extension of you. So it is not about others really. Now, others will praise the courage and the boldness you manifested in giving the gift of yourself to them. That is another
Yeah.
statement. I
Yeah.
believe in that as
Yes.
well.
It's very, very true. It's
Mm,
very, very, very true. I've seen people, wow, I've seen a lot of artists duplicate works. I
yeah.
mean, if you have your own style, I believe if you have your own style, you can take the same reference and paint it your own style. The
Oh, yes.
expression or the feeling is very, very different.
That's right.
Okay. But don't try and do something I did or try to follow me. You can never get it right anyway.
No, no.
You
And
can
it'll
never,
never be
ever
authentic,
get
isn't
it.
it?
Yeah, people need to understand that we can paint, you and I can paint the same thing, but
Right.
it will never come out the same way.
That's very true.
Because you don't have my eyes.
Yes.
You don't have my knowledge. You don't have my ability to do art. You have your own way. You are special in your own way. God
True.
created you alone. Do you get it?
Yes.
So
Yes.
basically, I can try and do what you do, but it will never be the same.
That is very true. That's very true. Now let's go to another question from Alexandra. And today, thanks, Alex. Alex has been asking really good questions. I appreciate you, sis. Alexandra says, as a female artist or as female artists in general, do male artists embrace your talent or find you a threat? How do you deal with such challenges, if any? Good question.
Well, I don't know if there are challenges out there because I'm really into my art and really
Right.
believe in what I do.
Yes.
So, but judging online, a lot of male artists, they really, really support me.
Yes.
They like my works, they try to share my works. So I think that's a great support. But other than that, I don't really look at such things because I try to always be positive, because I know what I can do. I know if I can do and someone likes it, means I'm good.
That's true.
I just basically believe in my, I don't look at who says what about. No, I don't have time. I can use that time to learn how to sketch, right?
Definitely, definitely. And that is, as artists, that's one thing we should learn, to stay focused, because a lot of people or a lot of artists are discouraged because they keep looking at what others are doing and they try to be like the other people. And that really discourages them from exploring who they are. But if you can get inspiration from others, don't get me wrong, but stay focused on what you have got to offer to the world.
Exactly. It's
so
true.
Alexandra says,
So
fantastic.
thank you, Alexandra.
I've got one more piece of your work that I want to show the world. And I
Okay.
like these paintings. Can you tell us a bit about the one on the left-hand side? Is an abstract, I suppose, but I'll leave you to tell us the story behind it.
Okay. A secret about me, or rather not a secret, because some people know, I love music.
Yay! Me too.
I love singing, not
Okay.
really someone's music. So I love singing. So you hear me in the house shouting and singing. Where I am right now, they have a guitar, and sometimes in the evenings they will just play, and I'll start singing with my cranky voice. I don't have a beautiful voice, but I just love singing.
You've got a voice, that's it, isn't it?
Yeah, most important,
That's
I've got a voice.
That's it.
So music just makes me feel as free as painting.
Okay.
I don't know if because they are both art or not, but when I sing, I'm in my happiest mood. And if I'm not singing, or something happened and I start singing, it just helps me, be calm.
Yes.
It helps me understand myself more. And
That's right.
it could actually bring me to, overcoming my challenge.
Yes.
Yeah. So that piece is just about music.
That's amazing.
And yes, how, violence, I'm the type of person where if I just lie down on my back, I'm like, oh, if I can put this decoration like this, I think it will be beautiful. That's basically how I started with the middle violin.
Yes.
Yes. Then I'm like, the canvas is too empty. So let me add another one. And now that's what came out.
So
It's an
with your art, you just evolve. You don't plan things to the letter.
No,
Okay.
I don't really plan. I don't plan so much. No.
That is good.
Things pop up in my head.
Yeah.
One of the people I live with, they call me a pop-up girl, because I can be sitting and I can be sitting and I'm like, oh, what if this and this happens? Or what if we try and do this? Then they'll be like, how can you just out of the blue think of all these things?
That's the creative mind, isn't it?
Yeah, that's basically how I am and who I am.
That's how we think. That's creativity. That's how creative people think. That is really good. And then the one on the right-hand side,
South Africa.
There's a comment from Mirel saying music is paint without canvas. It uses sound instead of color, just like poetry. So beautiful, Patti Blueh. That is profound. That is really good.
Thank you very, very much. I want to say this phrase in Tswana. I'm Tswana, by the way. My family originates from Botswana, but I live in South Africa. So what she said right now Wopile komunakeng means you are on point. You've hit the point.
Wobile
Music is
komina
built
day.
without canvas.
Can you teach me that?
What?
Let me learn the words again. Wobina.
Wopile.
Wobile. Okay. Wobile.
Wopile.
Yes.
Komu.
Wobile komu.
Nakeng.
Nagain. Okay. Wobile komu nagain. Great.
Yes.
And it means
like
you're on
that.
point.
You are on point. You've hit the bull on its horn.
Great.
Yeah.
And that's a profound statement that she said. Music is paint without canvas. It uses sound instead of palette, just like poetry.
Yes.
Beautifully put.
Wow.
Beautifully
She
put.
said it so beautifully.
So beautifully. Thanks, Muriel.
Yeah.
Right. Let's look at the painting on the right-hand side, and that's a baobab tree.
Yes. We have baobab trees in South Africa.
Okay.
This actually, I was online and I just found a picture. It wasn't exactly like this. I just found a picture online and I just said, let me try and paint a tree.
Okay.
And this is what came out. Nothing, I don't have anything that truly inspired me. It's just a picture I saw online and I was just loving it and felt, okay, let me try because I like the reflections.
True. And talking about reflections, you've captured it so beautifully. The colors are popping right there. The shading, the depth of field, and everything is there. Now,
thank you.
One thing that I do like your paintings is that you don't overdo things. You don't, the application of color. A lot of people slap color on without thinking about color balance. For instance, your pieces are quite toned down and they are pleasing to the eye. So keep it up. It's great how your technique is working for you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I really appreciate that.
The last painting that I'm going to show is something I found on your page, and you posted this, I think, 2 days ago.
Yes, about 2 or 3 days ago, yes.
And I can see it right behind you as well. Can you pick it up and show it to us? There we go. Wow. So that is a powerful one. That is beautiful. Yes. And what you actually wrote about it is even more powerful. The statement you wrote is, my head might be underwater, but I'm still breathing. In times where you feel the challenges have covered your head, find a way to continue breathing because eventually you will be sun. You'll be sunbathing. Wow.
Yes.
That is profound. That is profound. What did you mean by that?
Sometimes I feel that I have too many challenges. I don't know what to do about them. I don't know how to approach them. I don't know how to come out of them. So that piece just means that just keep living, keep breathing, because things never stay the same. Things really never stay the same. So that piece is a bit personal to me. It just means that I just have to keep breathing and I'll eventually be sunbathing.
Definitely. You know, when we started this year, we had plans of going, on holidays and all that. And then come March, COVID-19 kicks in and the whole world is come to a standstill.
Oh, gosh.
So there was so much confusion around the world. Even up till now, some borders have not opened yet. And people are stuck in so much gloom and doom at the moment. So the messages that you are putting out is encouraging. And as artists, this is what I'll urge all of us to do, to use our paintings to cheer people up, to give us hope. Because in these times, we are in perilous times. They are not normal times. But then when you write a message like what you put out there, that your head might be under the water, but you're not sinking yet. You are still breathing. And then you give us hope for the future. This is what the power of artists can do. We are able to tell into the future with the pieces that we produce.
Yes, definitely.
That is so great.
Definitely.
That is so great.
Thank you.
So I think we've talked about your challenges. We've talked about your good times. We talked about moving into Ghana. What holds for you in the future? I know you are not you can't foresee into the future, but what have you got in your mind for your future? What can you think of?
Okay.
As an artist, what should we look forward to?
As I said, I want to tell the true stories of Africa.
Yes.
I want those stories to be seen by the world, and not only Africans. You know, the paintings that I do, a lot of Africans and African Americans, they relate to the paintings.
That's right.
But I want someone else to relate. So I'm teaching our European people about us. And I feel that eventually they'll fall in love with our culture.
That's right.
If not already. Not already. You know, they've taught us so much about their culture that we started falling in love with their culture.
True.
But now it's our turn to teach them about our beautiful culture so they can fall in love with our culture. And that brings out to unifying the world, you know.
True.
That will make us equal in the world.
Yes.
I mean, there's so much going on right now.
That's true.
So we can communicate and teach through our artworks. That's basically what I want to do. And COVID came. I'd wanted to exhibit, but COVID came and everything got closed. I think we all artists got affected.
Oh yes.
But we are still breathing because
we're still breathing.
We are still breathing.
Powerful.
And trust me, right now, we are swimming up.
Yes.
And the sun will shine soon and we'll start bathing in the sun.
That is so powerful. Everyone be encouraged by these words. Even though life might seem down, we are still breathing. And very soon the sun will shine in our lives again. That is encouraging. That's encouraging.
Exactly.
So if people want to know more about your work or buy a piece of your work, where can they find it?
Okay, you can contact me through my social media, which is IG is at Patti Blueh, and Facebook will be Patti Blueh Art and Design, or my personal Facebook page, which is Patti Blueh. You can also contact me on +233 20 523 1511.
So I'm going to try and put the number there again. Can you try the number? +233
20 523
523 1511. Okay. So the number again, and I'll put it on the screen right now. +233 20 523 1511. If you really want to get in touch and get a piece of Patti Blueh, there you go. That's the number right there.
It's a piece of me because it's personal.
Isn't it? It's personal. There we go. There we go. So I'm so glad you came this afternoon, and we can't wait for you to finish your series so that I'll bring you back to the show and we'll talk about your new series as well. But take your time, put a bit of you in that painting, and let's encourage the world. I mean,
and it's my first series.
It's your first series.
So I'm very excited about it.
Wow.
I'm very excited.
You've encouraged our audience. Morel says this is the sanest, wisest perspective on identity that I've ever heard in years.
Oh my God, thank you very much.
Wow. That's
great.
Thank
you. I really appreciate
that. Is great.
Morel.
So viewers, the show has come to an end, but thank you so much for your kind words, for your beautiful paintings, and encouraging us this afternoon. Viewers, say bye to Patti, and we'll carry on and end the show. So bye, Patti.
Bye.
That was Patti right there. She has been phenomenal in not just showing us her work, but she has been talking about life in general. She has encouraged us on what life is all about. Even when we're down, we shouldn't give up because the sun will surely shine. And this is what life is all about. Art is not just a painting on the canvas, but it's the stories that you tell. And not just the stories, let them mean something to you personally, so that when you're selling your piece, you can give a piece of you to the audience. So thank you so much, Patti. And I'm going to let you go up the screen so that you can watch on your phone as well. There we go. Morel says, thanks, Eric Amoakwa-Boadu. Your shows are awesome. Oh, thank you so much. This is what we are here for, to tell our own stories, to encourage ourselves, and showcase the talent that God has given us. And this is what my show is all about. So if you want to know more about myself as well, do well to follow me on Facebook, Eric Amoakwa-Boadu. Follow me on Instagram and subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. And until next week, where I'll try and bring you someone awesome from the continent of Africa, have a blessed weekend and God bless you. Bye-bye.